welcome in to another episode of The Artist Journey. Today we have the pleasure of speaking with Will, and we have some tea, some yogi tea with us. And like how we like to start off all of our shows, our episodes, is by reading the yogi tea. So what does your yogi tea say?
Okay. It is the light in the lantern which shows you the path, not the lantern.
Not the lantern.
Ah, okay.
That's cool.
I like that, yeah.
Yeah, me too. So, do you relate to that, or?
Well, it's interesting.
Yeah.
To me, when I read this, I think that it's important to look at your tools, the tools in your life that are helping you out, and see what the consequences of them are. Maybe.
Yeah, I get that. When you say tools, I'm thinking of like our devices. Yeah.
What do you mean?
Like I'm thinking about like, well, I'm not sure what you mean by tools, but I'm thinking of like our phones, like, and our like things that we interact with on a daily basis, and are they serving us or are they disturbing us?
Right.
Yeah.
That one gave something to stew on.
Yeah. All right. So my first question to you is, what was your earliest introduction to poetry, and when did you start writing?
Well, I was introduced to poetry as a kid. I don't know about anyone else, but I learned about it in elementary school. Like, we had classes where we'd read poems. And at the time, it's not like I was sitting there thinking, these are bars. It didn't resonate with me at the time, but that's when I was learning about it. I got really a lot more into it when I was around 7 or 8, and I read Shel Silverstein's books, his poetry collections. You know what I'm talking about?
I have to go back and look that up.
It's the author of The Giving Tree.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yes.
Yeah, but really good stuff, and he has really kooky illustrations that go along with it. And I always knew I was a creative person, so I was trying at a young age to write stuff that didn't make sense, but it wasn't until I started going to the space that I saw what poetry is really about.
And the space, for all of you that may not have gone, is dope poetry.
Very dope.
Yes.
An open mic in Kennesaw.
Yep, down here in Kennesaw, Georgia, right near Kennesaw, KSU. It's at a coffee shop, and a lot of great poets and singers come together, and they talk their ish. So
that's right.
Yes.
Yeah, and I was blown away. And there was this really uncomfortable feeling there when I was there that was like, almost like my shadow self, like trying to resist that this could be something for me. Like, it was so intense, I had to leave. I got upset. But now, after I've done all this work on myself, I can see that was like me resisting that pull to like, this is the artistry that's for you. So I started writing, getting really into it. I wrote a poem that I performed in January of 2024. And after that, I got much more into poetry. And it's pretty consistently been at the space because it's just a great support network there.
Yes, that's true. I feel that way about a lot of the Atlanta spots here in the North Georgia area. Is a lot of the artists, like poets, singers, rappers, but actually are very supportive, more so than other places that I've been, and will show up for you and actually support you and celebrate you, and it's a whole like respect the mic type of culture and scene at these places too that I really appreciate.
Absolutely, yeah. Nathaniel's done a lot of great work. Shout out Nathaniel.
Yep, Nat.
He's awesome, and what I love is what he does and what I've seen other shows do is they're very intentional about things.
Mm-hmm. Yes, absolutely. So one thing about you is your poetry has beautiful metaphors and imagery that are
Thank you.
I mean, they really are, and they're filled with wisdom and light, and you seem to want to inspire with your words. You know, you never like listen to your poetry, and if you're listening to Will's poetry, and if you're having a bad day, at the end of the poem, you're going to have a new perspective because it's like,
thank you so much.
Yeah. So my question to you: what's your motivation or inspiration behind your poetry, or is it something that when you write, the pen, like, it just flows and you kind of craft it as you go, and that's the direction it is, or do you have like a certain motivation behind your poems?
Well, early on, like that poem I performed in January of last year, when I did that, I saw that the writing process, which was a struggle, it was a lot of kind of picking at it for a little bit, not really feeling like it was going anywhere, coming back, revisiting it. Writing that piece and performing it transformed me.
Wow.
And I had this feeling that my writing could probably, if I share that, it'll probably change other people too. So I guess that's what inspires me. I learned that if I have a feeling that is really heavy with me and I just start writing about it, it kind of does that little trick all on its own where it flips, the perspective flips, and I find something positive or beautiful or profound to say about it just by kind of laying it all out. I think I'm someone who feels very deeply, but also very like vastly, like a kaleidoscope. It's just kind of all kinds of different things interconnected going on. So the more honest I am about all that stuff that's going on in the picture, the more the poem comes together. And it's gotten to this point where now, as long as I start off with like something that's honest, the poem does really write itself. It just flows out. I'm watching it happen on the page. Yeah.
That's cool. Really, really well said.
Thank
and
you.
Yeah, I like how you said you're watching it, become on page, because like as a writer, it's interesting because it's like being able to interpret and to make something that may be complicated for some people to explain, but putting words on paper is not easy, but putting words on paper and then making it poetic and turning, transforming and transmuting your emotions and and just making it in an art form is a true skill. So that's really cool.
Yes.
So in addition to writing your poetry, you also perform it. So we spoke about that at Space, and this is from what I remember is like when we go to Space and you're performing, you usually start or end us in like a meditation. We're always like, and we're always like, and it changes the mood of the room. It puts us in a calm state, and we're all in it. Like we're all in this, I guess, bubble with you, and we're just, I don't know. It's just like it's a feeling that we're all sharing. So,
yes.
do you have a certain spiritual practice, or do you have your, like, where does that come from? Like your meditation, just is it something that you like to do based off of something that you practiced like growing up, or is it something that you came across like as an adult, or like how did that become part of like you, the meditation?
That's an interesting choice of words. How did it become part of me? That is how it feels. Well, pretty much any religion or spiritual practice that you hear about is like sort of, well, I heard I heard this quote from Beethoven, who said that when you, like, your goal in life is to get to as divine of a consciousness as possible, and like reach that ray of light and then disseminate it out to everyone around you and the world, and make it brighter. And that really resonates with me. So I can see how when I work on myself, it just makes life better for everyone around me. That's sort of what has kept me committed to it. But regarding how it started, I don't know. I mean, I was just curious. I will never say I'm like devoted to any particular religion. I prefer to say I'm just a person who's trying to live more in spirit. And there's a lot of different things that interest me that aren't necessarily one specific religion, you know, like I like doing mantra meditation, which is popular in Hindu practices. I do a lot of meditation, period. But, you know, sometimes I'll pray to God. We'll talk directly with Him. I just mix it up, you know. I really think we all have that power to know what our personal relationship with God looks like, because it is different for everyone. So I hope that people seeing that, like, I do the breathing exercises, I do the mantras, and that I still love Jesus too. Like, none of this is contradictions. They're kind of just overlapping and helping Will discover what Will's relationship with God is. So yeah, and because I don't limit myself, I find a lot of things really interesting, and I like to bring that to my performances, share that with people, because I see how it's like, wow, there's some truth in this, there's some of that divine truth, and I like bringing that to other people to be like, hey, look at this.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's felt too, and like how you were saying, like, Hinduism, Christianity, it all has a power in it. Like, when you do a mantra, it's felt, you know? Or if you do a meditation, it's felt. If you do a prayer, it's felt. And it's all connection to the divine. So,
right.
And I think that pops up in your poetry as well. Like the way you express your poems, and like, you know, how I was saying earlier, how when you listen to one of those poems, you're not gonna, if you're having a bad day, you're gonna have a different perspective by the end of it, you know? So that it kind of all connects, kind of. That's why, yeah.
I love just how when you commit to one thing, you can invest into any one thing for a little bit, you kind of see how it connects to everything.
Right.
So when you take time to understand one thing, you understand everything.
Right.
And I think I don't know where I was going with that, but
no,
yeah, I feel
it connects, because like we're all an individual, and find your authenticity with how you interpret the world, and then being able to express that to others. And like your poetry and your spiritual practice that's unique to you, that you create for yourself, helps you become a better person, and you being a better person helps the world, you know. So this is a little bit off topic, but we were talking about, my partner and I, Anthony, were talking about a lot of times it's easy to say, you know, they're the problem, or the government's the problem, or, you know, F Trump, or this and that. And it's like, it feels good to let that anger out, but at the end of the day, it comes down to the individual. You know, it comes down to how are we individually truly interacting with with ourselves, you know, how we speak to ourselves, how we speak to our spouses, our friends, our neighbors. Like, how are you treating your community, you know? Because it's all reflection. So we have, like, if we all take responsibility to be better for ourselves and being a better individual, it'll automatically make a better world, you know, because we're constantly working on ourselves and being intentional and thoughtful, you know. So, so in addition to poetry and meditating, you're also a musician.
That's
so
right.
You play you don't play just one instrument, you play like 4, right? So can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so it started with trombone in high school. I loved that thing. I just loved the idea of playing something really loud that you get to use a slide for, like you get to go wee while you're playing it. So I was really, music was my thing for pretty much all of high school. That was how I made my friends. That was like all that really mattered to me at that time. Like, I don't care about anything else that happened in high school except for the fact that I got to play a bunch of music with cool people.
That's awesome.
So what was next? I got a bass for Christmas my sophomore year of college, and once I picked that thing up, it became like my baby.
Aww.
Piano was something I had always noodled around with, but during the pandemic, I like got intentional about learning a few songs, and that really picked up my not only my skill on piano, but just kind of an appreciation for what music and chords can do. I didn't know much about that until I saw it in action in the songs I was playing. Then was singing. In singing, I got really good at singing. Well, I think my voice is pretty good. And I literally got good at it just by singing all the time, even when it sounded terrible. It was something I enjoyed to do. I had no doubt that it was connecting me to like my higher self, my spirit, so I kept doing it. And I remember very distinctly there was a period about 1.5 years ago where people just started complimenting me on my voice. I was like, wait, really? Like, are you messing with me? Because I was really surprised. It got better just by doing it.
That's good advice, actually.
Yeah, I mean, it was unbelievable. Maybe it helps that I had an ear for music already, but I'm still improving, and I just love music.
That's great. Would you ever, or I haven't heard your poetry with music, but would you ever incorporate poetry with music, or have you done that?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
I love movies, so I love like the idea of soundtracking your poem, you know. And when I saw Nathaniel perform in Atlanta at the end of April, and he's done a couple poems that I've heard him do before, but this time he did them all to music.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and that was something really special. I saw how he got more into it, how everyone else got more into it, how this DJ who picked the songs for him, like, was adding to the conversation. So I think poetry and music are, you know, being these sort of free-form expressions that we get to personalize and decorate. They're both very, like I said, you connect to one thing and it somehow is related to everything else. So you find how you want to perform, you find how you want to decorate your time and space, and when it resonates with you, it resonates with everyone.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. So you have a YouTube channel.
I do. At Waggles with 3 Z's.
Yes.
That's my clown name, by the way.
You're a clown?
No, but if I were a clown, that would be my clown name.
Okay, at Waggles.
Yeah, if that makes any sense. It's like my secret alter ego.
I would like to see your secret alter ego, maybe during Halloween, or...
Oh, maybe. There you go.
Just fully come out.
Yeah.
I like it. So, yeah, on your YouTube channel, well, let me move back to specifically to this one episode where you talk about dates.
Oh yeah, that's my newest project.
Yes, and really well edited, by the way.
Thank you.
Really well done. I know that's not easy, so
yeah, it was a
lot of work, and I could see that. So someone who edits, so
yeah,
it's not. So yeah, so you I like how you play on the word dates. And when I saw this video of you, I was like, wow, he's a wordsmith. Like I knew you were good at poetry, but I didn't realize that like how much of a wordsmith you are, because you casually talk and play on the word dates. and it's just humorous and it's like effortless, and you're just like, so
Thank you so much.
yeah. So what inspired you to? Okay, first of all, why dates? And what inspired you to like? Because on this show, I guess I should be more transparent of what the video is. He goes on. Yeah, he educate us on dates, like
right.
Yeah,
It's an exploration of dates.
Yes.
So I talk a little bit about the history and what the actual fruits are, the date palm fruit, and then I kind of start off with a series of recipes that give some of that historical context and stuff. Like I use tahini in a lot of the recipes, which historically has been a great date mate, I say in the video. So yeah, it kind of escalates into, okay, if you think you would like dates in this, maybe you could try this. And it goes from that to putting dates in waffles to making a simple snack where you just spread peanut butter on them, eat your dates straight up. And then I do this really kooky one at the end where I make glazed kale and add bacon, blue cheese, and deglet Nor dates, which are a little bit firmer, so they're nice and warm dishes. Yeah.
Yes, and I was like, I want some dates. I didn't realize you can make waffles out of dates, and it really showcases your skills in the kitchen too. I was like, he's not just,
Yeah, this was not.
Yeah,
they were not things
you
thrown
had
together.
the apron on and like the powder, the flour. Like you're like in there looking.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay.
Yeah, that's where I gets mine. The kitchen is more than my poetry. The kitchen is where I gets mine for sure.
Yeah. So, and then at the end of the video, you actually end with a poem.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. So, and and again, it just plays on the humor too, because you kind of.
That was my roommate, by the way.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
My roommate, Sydney. She plays a character that I try to serenade by asking her if she wants a date. The fruit.
Yeah. But it's like, you have to watch it. So it's really good. So
it's good. Go check it out.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's silly and really well said too throughout the whole thing. So
wait, so what was the question about it?
So my question was, oh yeah, what got you into eating dates and creating it yeah, and actually making a whole video on it? Like, yeah, was it just the play on words that you were like, oh, this is a good idea, or was it just like, because I know, no, I was saying I know as someone who is like health conscious, dates work as a good sweetener. Yes. So I wasn't sure if that's how it started. So.
Well, okay. Well, regarding the video, I've been wanting to do a series of cooking videos anyway, and that video in particular was for my capstone project for school, so it was a good way to hold myself accountable to structure my getting started into what will hopefully be more videos just like that. I first had dates. I remember my first dates a couple years ago. I tried this recipe for Alton Brown has this really good recipe where he uses it in like a smoothie, and he adds cocoa powder and banana and even some chilled coffee to it. So the sweetness of those dates and that kind of earthiness with the coffee flavor and the cocoa powder, like that recipe is so good, and it made me really curious about them. For a while, that was the only way I ate dates, was like just putting them in smoothies. So that video is pretty much reflecting my own natural progression with experimenting with dates once I did start learning more about them and getting more adventurous with how I eat them. But I did a lot of research for that video, and the more I learned, the more I had a story structure, basically a way to frame the narrative and all that extra information, like talking about how they're mentioned in the Bible and a popular way to break your fast, you mentioned how they're a great health conscious sweetener. That was kind of the agenda I was trying to push. I say that thing about how you can make spread the peanut butter on the dates, dust the cocoa powder. That is so good.
It looks
And
good.
honestly, when I make that, I don't miss like regular candy at all. So personally, I really like dates because they helped me curb my own like refined sugar cravings. I keep a box of dates around pretty much all the time, and I don't eat much dessert anymore. Or if I do, it's date centric. So I kind of wanted to push that a little bit, like I said in the video. I mean, you can make a snack like this that's very decadent and sweet and rich, or you could like go spend $15 on crumble. Like, to me, the choice is obvious, but I'm also broke and I like to cook, so
Yeah.
I was hoping to influence people in that way and appreciate that aspect of it, because I just love plants. I mean, they really provide so much for us. So
yeah, absolutely.
It was a love letter to dates in that way too. And yeah, that video was just a way to like put all my skills together: the editing, the storytelling, a little bit of the poetry. I put a lot of work into it, and I think it really paid off. So I know those who have ears to hear it will hear it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's all I really have to say.
Yeah.
If you haven't had a date before, you should try it. It's really good.
Absolutely, yeah, yes. Let this be your message to try a date, because they're good sweeteners.
The date thing, like the play on words with dates, was actually more incorporated into. Me and Sydney actually shot like a whole scene together that had even more back and forth and like misunderstanding about what kind of date I meant. But I wanted to get it even more refined and focused.
Yes.
But that connection was so obvious, I had to like incorporate it.
Yeah, and you do a good job doing that, because it's silly and it's like, yeah. So.
Thank you for asking about that.
Oh, of course, yeah.
That's
I really like that video, because I like dates too. But we can go on about dates.
It was my joy.
Yes, and so, do you have any new projects that you're working on currently?
I do, yeah. So me and my friend Morgan, she's great. She's since last year. I've been doing a few film projects, and she's been involved in every single one, because she's just so amazing, and she provides like the cool cameras and stuff. But we filmed some more assets. I have 2 other cooking videos that are filmed already and just need to be edited. I have a short film that I'm editing, and just this past weekend we filmed another short film.
Mm-hmm.
That one was really cool, and that's why I was kind of they were setting some stuff up, and I was just being patient, because I get it. I was on a set all weekend. This is a short film that I directed and wrote. I got to be in it. I'll be editing it. Really, really excited about it. I think this one is going to connect with a lot of people. And it's sort of a spin-off to my last script. It's not a direct sequel, but it's like based on real life stuff that I kind of fictionalized, I'm really excited about that, and we had a great shoot this past weekend. Shout out to my whole cast and crew, especially Rachel Locke, my AD. Oh my gosh, she helped me get so much done. Yeah.
Where can we find it? Or
it will be on YouTube, the same YouTube channel that all my other stuff will be on. At Waggles with 3 Z's, Silly Willy YouTube channel. It'll be on my website too, Fielder Will, or willfielder.com. But I could just gush and gush about it. It was so fun, and I'm really excited to see how it comes together.
Yeah, I'm excited too. And I see
there'll be a premiere too, so you'll be invited.
Oh, okay, cool. I'm looking for my invitation. So,
yeah.
So, I saw that your eyes lit up too, and you were saying directing and editing. So that I could see that's something you're also passionate about. In addition to poetry, yeah.
Like I said, I got involved in a few different projects around this time last year, and I realized, like, oh man, this is for me,
Good.
Like, there's not even that, like, wrestling with my brain. Like, there's just that part of me that wants to go out and do it. It's amazing.
I think you said that word earlier. Just do it.
Just do it.
Yeah. Do it. So,
if you love it, you will do it. It's just a matter of fact. It will happen.
Yes, that's true. If you love it, yeah, you will do it, and don't be afraid to go after what you believe in. So that actually ties
Yeah.
into one of the questions that I have
Hmm.
for you. So, what advice do you have to people who may feel shy to express themselves creatively, whether it be poetry or directing or editing? Because I noticed I talked to some people who are not in like the poetry or artistic world, and they have it in them. They'll write. They may have a
Yes.
journal that they write in, or a list of or their own poems, and they only read to themselves. But they want to get out there, but they don't do it. So, do you
Hmm.
have any advice to people?
Um, all I can really do is, besides just the simple, like, do it, see what happens, see how much it changes you, and how much that fear gets conquered by just the experience of doing it. Um, I think the best thing you can do is do that, because then you have your own personal story of how attempting that transformed you. Um, and I think my own personal story about how my attempts to write and execute projects to um, curbed my own perfectionism, and I could feel that difference. Like last year when I was making my first short film, I felt like a mess the whole time. The second time around, it was less of a mess, and I was way less stressed because I had done it before, and I knew what. Um, it's like I knew what I needed, you know? Like at the first time, I was so lost, I didn't even know what to ask for or how to ask for it when it came to getting help. And the second time around, it's like I knew what that stuff was. I could articulate it more. Um, so for me, it's been a journey of embracing that I'm not perfect, and that's kind of okay. That's kind of the point in a way.
Mm.
It's like these flaws are like little grooves that only people who tune into you can dig. You know, like yeah.
Yeah.
All I can say is it will transform you if you try it, and that's usually what makes it so scary. Because even that part of you that thinks you can't do it has to go away. It has to die in a metaphorical sense, and all death and transformation is kind of frightening. But one day you're gonna die, and you won't get to feel fear, and you won't get to feel anything anymore, and the rush is gone. So get all your rushes while you're still alive.
Wow. Well said. Thank you for joining us today.
Yeah, that's it.
I mean, we can keep going.
Oh, I was
We
just
can
having
keep.
so much fun. That was fun.
We can keep going. So I have another question for you.
Yeah.
What brings you joy?
What brings me joy? Creation, definitely. This what I loved about this past weekend was I got to my pursuit of my own joy was I could see, in fact, everyone around me, their joy as well. And that lately has really kept me driven, and again, trusting this process that I'm on. Like, I don't know. It's kind of weird to recognize that your own doubt is falling away, because for a lot of people, like I was saying earlier, like we can feel very comfortable in that identity of doubt, and it's hard to break free from it. That part of you doesn't want to die, so to speak. But I can see that as I'm less afraid, the people around me are more comfortable. What was really dope about this weekend was I not only got to be the director and have all these people in my house where they felt very comfortable and welcome, but I also was the caterer, so I cooked for everyone.
Aw.
And that, to me, cooking is community. I mean, that's one of the few things so we all get to have in common. We all got to eat. We all got to breathe, which is why I like doing the breath thing before I start poetry. Like, let's share the fundamentals together. And that really just lights me up. So much so. And I'm damn good at it, so.
I can see that. I can see that. And I was like, oh, this guy knows what he's doing with the cooking. And it's a way to connect others or bring people in a different culture, too. Because I'm thinking of, like, if you're, like, it's, like, Vietnamese food, Jamaican style, like, you know, West African. You can bring it to Ethiopia. You can go and it's like an instant teleportation, I guess, or an instant, like, you know, this is my culture without speaking, you know, and then we all connect, and it brings you together, you know. It's like just by eating and tasting someone's culture. You know,
right.
It's powerful.
There's so much love in that.
Yeah, and like just maybe even trying different herbs that you may not have grown up on, that's foreign to you. Like, you're getting a taste of a country and a culture. So, and then also being someone who may not be from that particular place and learning how to cook it, but not only cook it, but cook it well. It's like, okay, it's like an extension. It's like you're connecting with the world too. Food is so interesting. Food is because it's something that we need, and
but it's also kind of an artistry.
It is an artistry too, yeah, because it's intentional. You can be as creative as you want. Even like the plate set, like setting the plate, you know, making it look nice, you know.
Yeah, that's really interesting because I think when you get really good at something, like your own work is its own microculture. And it's like you've done the work. You love yourself so much that you've gotten to that point where you know exactly what you're all about, whether it's in the kitchen or in your filmmaking or your poetry. Like, people get a little, no matter what kind of food it is. Like, I did some Asian food for the first night. And sure, they got that taste of Asia, but they also got a big taste of Will. You know, like what I'm all about in the kitchen. And there's so much love for what I do there that is almost like the culture, you know. Love is the culture. So you get you get to that point where you're literally transcending the individual differences between cultures and preferences. Only love can do that.
Yeah, absolutely. And I feel like, just to play off what you're saying about love is an expression that, like, one thing I feel like is easy to express, like, hate, or it's easy to express frustration and, like, you know, but love is something that is not always easy to express when it's, like, outside of your even with this, like, your family. But, like, love is knowing how to express love in, like, food, learning how to express love in, like, art, learning how to express love in different ways too is powerful, because, like, it's coming from you, and if it's real, it's truly felt, and it's important too. So yeah, and then, like, understanding your authenticity, like learning to understand who you are, because I feel like based off, like, our talk today, it seems that, like, you are a person who are naturally curious, and you're always you play off the factor of, like, well, what if, like, you know, like, let me experiment with that, and you dive yourself in it wholeheartedly, and you allow yourself to get good at it, which is great. So I think one thing that we can take from this talk today is to not hold yourself back, you know, from things or activities that you maybe want to, you know, dive into, but you're maybe a little afraid to.
Right.
So, and, like, finding, like, being yourself to the point where you allow yourself to express yourself in love, because for some reason, it's a scary thing for us humans to do. I don't know. Because, like, Earth is a school, I guess. Like, expressing love is just, I don't know why it's difficult for us to do that. Like, even for ourselves.
Yeah, well, you open yourself up to so much suffering, you know? There's so much compassion in love, you know? And you can see that, I mean, we're all on this crazy planet together, and there's a lot of shit going on.
Mm-hmm.
Straight up. That's hard to see. And It's hard to see that it's like you can transcend everything and be like, oh yeah, everything's all love, so it's fine, but that's so impersonal. You know, we are still humans with emotions, and part of that love is seeing that on one plane, we're all just a bunch of souls floating around in energy fields, but right now while we're on Earth, there's stuff going on, and that's no accident. There's a lesson in every step of the way.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. So, well, thank you so much for joining us today.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you all for watching, and you're definitely invited to come back again on our
I'll
show.
be back.
Yes.
I'll be back.
Yeah, so I hope that you all have a good, beautiful rest of your day or your evening, and we'll see you again next time.
Yeah.
All right.
Awesome.
All right, bye-bye.